Hello everybody, it's your boy Wicked back with another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be ranking the Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles job classes from my least favorite to my favorite. And without further ado, let's just jump right into it with my least favorite class, the Arithmetician. Now, I'm going to be honest, I did not use this class that much because I did not care for the abilities it got. I didn't think the abilities were that standout-ish. I don't really think they were that good from the little bit I did use. I did not care for the Arithmetician that much. I just don't think the abilities it gets are that good. And it's a really slow class. Like, you are really slow when you're this job class. I just did not like it that much. Next, the next class I did not like that much is the Orator. This job class had some cool abilities, like it had some good stuff in here, but again, I just did not care for it that much. By the time I was playing this game, I didn't care for mages that much, I'll be honest with you. But the Orator does not have anything in its abilities that really stand out to me, and it doesn't like match up well with the other mages in this game, so I couldn't really make use of the Orator that much, and that's why it's my second least favorite. The next job class on today's list is the Mime. I was super excited to unlock this job class because the requirements are crazy. You need crazy requirements to get the Mime. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna unlock this class and rock with it for the whole game because I think it's gonna be the best class. Turns out it's garbage. The only thing the Mime can do is copy another ability that another character is using. If the Mime is next to a character that uses, let's say, Aura Blast from the Monk, then the Mime will use Aura Blast on its next turn. Are there some cool things you could probably do with that and make some crazy combos? Yeah, probably. But for me, it's just not worth the time and effort to put into the Mime class, and I don't like it at all. Now, the next one will be a little bit surprising to some people, but my next least favorite job class would be the White Mage. Why? Because all it can do is heal, revive, and cast Protect and Shell. It can't really do anything else. And in this game, there are better ways to heal your parties, there are better ways to revive your party. And I just feel like the White Mage class is just a dead class, honestly. Anything that White Mage can do, other classes can do better. That's pretty much all it comes down to. The next class I want to talk about is the Geomancer. The Geomancer has some really cool abilities. Really cool abilities. But for me, there are better damage dealing classes and better attack oriented classes than the Geomancer. I do like the job's abilities and stuff, but other than that, I don't really care for the Geomancer because, like I said, there are other classes I find that are better in terms of physical abilities. All right, the next class we are going to talk about is the Archer. The Archer is probably one of the better early game classes because it has that nice range to it, but towards the middle game and end game, it really falls behind in damage output. And by that point of the game, in the mid game, you have all these other abilities that you can use and focus on to give the range the Archer gets, but better. I think the Archer is a really good early game class. It's outshined early on by some other better ranged classes, and that's pretty much all I can say about the Archer. Really good for the early game, falls off during the mid and end game. All right, the next class I'm going to talk about is probably another hot take, but it's the Bard class. This is a support class that is really good. I really liked this job class because it gives good buffs, MP to all allies, HP to all allies. It gives a really good buffing class to your other support units. It has the best movement ability of +3, which is really good. But the problem with the Bard, for me, is when I unlocked the Bard, I was already so late into the game that buffs for my party in HP and MP healing was not needed. So I was like, I don't really need these abilities, so I'm not going to use the Bard that much. if you unlock the Bard really early and make use of its buffs and stuff early on in the game, I think it would be a really good class to keep. But for me, I unlocked it so late in the game, I just did not find it that useful. But like I said, it could be really good. I just did not get much use out of it. The next class I want to talk about is the Mystic. There are some really good things with the Mystic job class. I think the Mystic job class is overshadowed by some other classes because it has some really good abilities. But for me, again, the mages in this game just don't stack up well to the physical attackers, in my opinion. But I do see the appeal with the Mystic. I think they have some really cool abilities. This is another case with the Bard. I just didn't use the Mystic enough because my physical attackers were doing so much damage and they were outshining everyone that the Mystic just got left in the dust a little bit. Alright, the next job class is, surprise, another mage class, the Black Mage. The Black Mage is your typical Black Mage. It has all the elemental spells. It has Toad, Flare, Death. It's a really good magical class. But what holds it back is it takes time for you to cast spells. And by the time you can cast your spells, majority of the time, your physical attackers will probably kill the enemies before your mage can even get off the spell. I will say the Black Mage is really good with elemental damage, but there's no way, into my knowledge, to find out what the enemy is weak to. If you know what the enemy is weak to, then you can make use of it a little bit more. I will say the Black Mage is a really good attacker if you can get the attacks off. And the magic boost ability that it gets, it's really good. I think the Black Mage just needed to be a little bit faster in terms of getting its spells off to make it useful. The next job class I want to talk about is the Thief. The Thief falls into the same category the Archer does, where it's really good for the early game, but really falls off during the mid game. It has really good movement early on. It's really good for movement, and it's a pretty decent physical attacker. The problem is the action abilities of the Thief, the Steel EXP, Steel Weapon, and stuff like this. These Steel items, they're good for the early game, but once you get later on in the game, you can buy better accessories, better armor than what you can steal from enemies. So during the mid to late game, the Thief is not that great. Early game, it's a really good. Out of the early game classes, it's probably one of the better ones. But I just didn't find much use to the Thief during the end game because I didn't feel like stealing things. I just didn't think it was a well-deserved time. The next class I want to talk about is the Ninja class. Now, people say they love the Ninja for its speed, and I will agree. I think the Ninja is awesome for that. I think the speed of the Ninja is really good. The dual wield ability is one of my favorite abilities I like to learn for my characters because I love dual wielding. But besides that, I don't think the Ninja is that good because it requires the throw abilities. And the throw abilities are cool in theory, but you need to have inventory space and inventory items to be able to use the throw abilities. And the damage output, you can get better damage output from other physical attacking classes with the dual wield ability. So the ninja is really good for speed and getting the dual wield. Once you get the dual wield, then the ninja is not useful anymore. And that's all I gotta say about the Ninja. The next class I want to talk about is the Samurai. The Samurai is a really underrated class, I think. I think it's a really good class. It has some really awesome abilities. I love these abilities. I love using them. It has pretty good movement. It's just overall a solid class. The thing is with the Samurai that I did not know until later on in the game, its abilities are based on magic. So if you want to use a physical attacker with the Samurai, it's not really that good. What I suggest doing is leveling up a Black Mage, a Summoner, Time Mage, leveling up those classes to combo with the Samurai. The Samurai is best used when combo with the Mage, because these abilities are really good, but you need a good magic stat. And if you have a good magic stat, then the Samurai shines in damage. It's really, really good. The next class I want to talk about is the Squire. Well, you see Gallon Knight. This is the evolved form of Squire. Pretty much the Squire is your basic class, but it's actually really good. I think it's a really good class. It does pretty good damage output. It has some really good abilities. It has Focus, one of the best abilities for level grinding, for job class grinding, but also you stack Focus on your character and you can do crazy output. It has Healing, so you can heal your party. It has Tailwind, which can increase the speed to make you go faster. Increased Bravery is a really good one. This one is a really good one. Shout's a really good ability. It has JP Boost, one of the best support abilities in the game, where it gives you more JP and job experience. The Squire is a really underrated class, and I think it's one of the best classes in the game because it has such a good versatility. The next class I want to talk about is the Knight class. I really enjoyed this class because it hits hard. If you get dual wielding on the Knight, dual wielding swords does crazy damage. My Knight character in my Let's Play was carrying the team in spots. It was really that good. These rend abilities are not crazy, but they can be really good if you need them. Like rend speed is awesome. These abilities are really good if you make the proper use out of them. And I just think the Knight class is really overshadowed by some other physical attacking job classes, but I still think the Knight can stand on its own really well. I enjoyed having my Knight along with me for the whole time. Now the last mage I want to talk about, not the last mage actually, the Time Mage is a really good class. I love haste adjust, slow. I love being able to slow the enemies down. I love being able to make my party faster. I love putting on reflect on my character so it doesn't get hit by magic. I love the teleport ability. The teleport ability was overpowered. I love the Time Mage. I think the Time Mage is the best mage in the game besides one. And it's just a really good support class. You can make your characters go faster, make the enemies go slower, and just deal the damage with the other characters really good. It's a really good support class. Alright, we're getting down to the end, and the next class I want to talk about is the Summoner. The Summoner is by far my favorite and the best mage in the game. It gets half MP, so your MP is really good. You get all these abilities cost half MP because you see they cost a lot. But the Summoner, really amazing damage output, really amazing. Do the abilities take a little bit of time to summon? Yes, they do, but that's fine because the damage output is crazy. Cyclops, Leech, all these summons are so good and so iconic as well. Ramu, Ifrit, Shiva, Bahamut, Odin. You get so many cool summons in this game. They do crazy damage. They have really good range. I think the Summoners are the best mage in the game. Alright, we're getting down to the final few classes. The next class I want to talk about is the Dragoon. I think the Dragoon is a really good class. It does really good damage. It has a crazy range. You can attack from very far away with the jump ability, but that is also to its detriment. I think the Dragoon is good because you don't have to be right next to the enemy to attack. You can be 2 spaces away and still hit it because you're using a pole arm, which is really good. But the thing with jump is if you use jump on an enemy and the enemy moves, you miss your jump. That's the only negative to the Dragoon. Other than that, the Dragoon is a really good class, really good damage dealer. If you get jump to work and jump to land on the enemy, it'll do crazy damage. The Dragoon, such a good class for range, really good class. All right, the next class is the Chemist. The Chemist is by far the best healing support class you can get. It has the job command items, which allows you to use all these items. These items will heal the same, if not more, than what the White Mage can do. This is the White Mage on steroids. It can heal, it can revive, it can cure your status ailments. It has a really good range. It's a really good support class. And the damage output is not too shabby either. It can use guns, so it can attack from range while keeping your party healed up. The Chemist is the best early job class and one of the best classes in the game. The auto potion ability, really good. I really love the Chemist. All right, guys, I think we're on to the last job class. We have talked about every single job class besides the Monk. I 100% believe the Monk is the best job class in the game, bar none. The damage output is insane. It does so much damage. My Ramza as a Monk was doing at least 500 to 700 damage a pop. This thing was overpowered. I love the Monk. Aura Blast, great range ability. Shockwave, great range ability. Cyclone, pretty good AoE ability. Pummel, pretty good ability as well. It can revive allies. It can heal allies. It can remove status elements. The Monk can do it all really effectively. The Monk is by far my favorite job class, and I think it's the best job class in Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles. And there you have it, guys. That's my ranking for all the jobs in Final Fantasy Tactics. Might be some surprising picks on the list for me, but that's just what I enjoyed. And you'll see that more in my Let's Play. If you want to go check out my Let's Play of this game, it's a full Let's Play on the channel. Go check that out. But if you like more videos like this and you want to see more videos, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more JRPG videos just like this. I really do hope you enjoyed. It was a lot of fun to talk about these classes. But until next time, I'll catch you in the next one.